Yo,
Yo, it's earthquake report time. It's September 13th, 2018. Let's look at the earthquakes. So, the biggest earthquake of the day was this 5.4 magnitude northwest of Rabaul, Papua New Guinea. However, there were a number of fives that occurred and higher fours, but these fives were a 5.2 in China and in Indonesia, as well as a 5.3 southwest of La Paz, Centro, Nicaragua, and a 5.2 in Turkey, and we'll look at the felt reports for that one. You can see some swarming in southern Alaska, again, a little bit around the Dominican and Puerto Rico, a couple here, just north of the 5.2, so that was a 4.7 in El Salvador, it said. There's a 5.2 southwest Indian Ridge, and wanted to point out some activity. A 3.1 here, volcano, Hawaii, but a number of smaller earthquakes going off around where the Kilauea event was going on. So still some activity, showing it's not completely quiet, just maybe resting and recharging. Okay, let's look at the vote reports for the 5.2 in Turkey. Breakfast was awful. So, very significant, long-lasting shaking, quite violent building shaking, lasting a good time, pretty scary. Bed shake. That one said very light shaking. That one says there was one shake, not scary. That one was 91 kilometers from the epicenter, whereas the other one was 80. So, different experiences for the report, but definitely felt. Let's look at the largest quake of the day on Gimpa. Largest quakes. Quickly, I'll change the overlay here. Turkey. Okay, so this is where we would see where the felt reports are coming from. One of the things is it seems to be offshore, so they were onshore and felt it somewhere. So that is over some distance, and we have the Nicaragua quake. Just near the coastline here. Let's let that load. This is what it was registered as, La Paz Centro. So, we'll look at one more, and that will be this Fiji. Actually, we'll look at first this one, Honduras. So, you can see that happening near the coast. Not too far from the Nicaragua quake. Okay, let's look at the Fiji quake, and one of the reasons I want to look at this one is if we look by depth, it's also the deepest. So, looking at it, it was a 4.9, but again, as I've said before, according to certain trains of thought, when you add depth, you add magnitude, so this would be probably something like a 6.0 or higher. So, interesting activity there. Let's turn back on the webcam and look here. Nicaragua's the most highlighted. Bahrain is saying There's one here in Turkey saying Antalya, so you can see where it's all registered, and seems in line with all the other agencies at this point. See some deep quakes going on here. Fiji, again, typically having deep activity. One from yesterday, we'll look at what this one is. So this one by the Philippines is pretty deep here, 4.5, but it happened a few days ago, so typically those go away. Okay, well, nothing too significant there to report. There was a new earthquake in Israel. It happened, it says East Shomron, magnitude 2.2, and we'll look here, more information. We'll click here, pull this up, pull the webcam overlay down real fast so you can see what's up here. So I believe the last quake happened down in this region, so this is happening more in a populated part of the country. And as you can hear, something new. This is that 3.0 in Alaska. Okay, volcanoes, continuous emissions, and intermittent emissions, and ash advisories, and emissions. So, I mean, generally it looks like a lot of volcanoes are just letting out a little bit or something. Here is, okay, there you go. Well, here's Sakurajima. It's letting out a little something, it seems. Stromboli is smoking or steaming. Stromboling. This isn't live, so let me refresh this. We'll get the mountain smiling. Okay, so it is basically, that was basically live, I think, just off by a couple seconds. So we'll look at the next one, Hokkaido Quake Cam. Again, just looks like things are stabilizing there, getting back to normal after the earthquakes that hit the region and did damage. And then, okay, Florence. We're looking at Florence because Florence is a major hurricane that is heading towards the Carolinas and southern United States. So this is the outer bands of it. I guess this is the outer bands. This is the storm itself is coming. You can see the shorelines here, so it's headed on its way. And we'll look at earthquake 3D, see if anything sticks out. What sticks out to me is lots of activity here in Alaska. You just see it looks like a bunch of little activity. And again, the activity in Fiji is deep as usual. So, Turkey. And Japan and Hawaii. Alright, that's it. That's it. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the earthquake report. Oh, here's actually look at. Pretty sure that's the Nicaragua quake. But okay, now that's now that's it for the day. So, hope you enjoyed the earthquake report. Hope you have a blessed one. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, leave them below. Subscribe. Have a blessed day. Keep awake. Keep aware. Yeah.